during this presentation. But we are an independent co-educational, so both male and female school in northern Vermont. We are a high school from 9th to 12th grade. This is kind of where we're located, right there in northern Vermont. So it's about a 3-hour drive away from Boston, Massachusetts, which is kind of the largest international airport in the United States that you can fly into. And then we handle all the transportation from there. So all you have to do is get to either Boston, Massachusetts, and we'll come down and pick you up. Or even Burlington's a great airport too. So Burlington is over to the west of us and is about an hour and a half away from our school. But most likely you'll probably get a connection to Burlington if you want to fly into there. We're also pretty close to Montreal, just over into the Canadian border. So that's kind of our demographic right there, where we're located in the United States. But it's a very beautiful area, as you can tell from all the pictures around us. So we have plenty of skiing and snowboarding in the wintertime, hiking, mountain biking in the warmer months. So there's a lot of extracurricular things you can do outside, and the views are just spectacular. So right now, we're going through fall, so all the trees are changing color. So it's a very beautiful sight out there, especially around campus. But I also wanted to talk about, we are a very safe community as well for our students. So we are very open-minded, especially on our campus. So always welcoming to any sort of ethnicity and people's nationality. And that really resonates to the rest of the town as well. So we're very close with the relationship between St Jonhsbury Academy and St Johnsbury, the town. So even during students' free time, you're able just to leave campus and go right into the town if you want to. It's a very walkable city that you can go to plenty of restaurants, a movie theater, bowling alley, a lot of different activities in the town. And especially now during COVID-19, our numbers have maintained very steady around our area. So we only had about 30 different cases throughout the whole time from February until now. Only 3 hospitalizations and no deaths. So it remains a very, very safe community. We are doing in-person classes as well. So students, especially in the boarding program, are right there with a teacher in the classroom doing normal kind of learning that they're used to. These are just some pictures around our campus. And as you can tell, it's a very beautiful campus, and it's very similar to a college or university style, that the sense that there's multiple different buildings that are utilized by our students. So you basically go to one building to take like all of your science classes, you go to another building to take all of your English classes. And this is kind of the whole campus in total here. So as you can tell, it's pretty large. It does take about a 5 to 7 minute walk to go from the furthest corners of the campus. So, and even during the school day, it's kind of refreshing in the sense that you might take English in the building number 3, you can see over there in the top left-hand corner, and then you're going to a science class, which is down in 16. So you do have that kind of opportunity to refresh. You're walking to the next building, get to socialize with your friends during that time too. So it's kind of like a nice break in between the classes as well. Over in the top right-hand corner, you can see where buildings labeled number 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are all of our male dorms. So that's where the male population live in the boarding program. Down at the bottom right-hand corner where you see like 16, 27, 28, 25, that's all of our female dorms on campus. And we'll get a little bit more into what those dorms kind of look like on campus, but we do have about 1,000 students on campus. So it seems rather large when you look about that number, that you have 1,000 students that are going to school. But everything academically is kept very small and personalized for you, so that you're really getting that one-on-one opportunity with your teachers. It's a huge kind of incentive that you have best of both worlds, in that sense that you have 1,000 people that you can kind of get to know and meet from all over the world, from 30 different countries. But then everything in the classroom is kept small, with about 12 students in every single classroom. And then our student to teacher ratio is 8 students to 1 teacher. So it's very personalized for your learning aspect there on campus. So going more in depth about our academics here, we have a lot of opportunities for students to choose from, between 220 courses that they're able to kind of pick and choose their schedule. So it's actually a great opportunity for them, because they're not only just taking those core academic classes, their English, their math, their science, but they can really dive into a lot of different specialties that they can kind of get. Even if they don't know if they like or what they don't like, they can try it out, see if they like it, or if they already know they're really passionate about drawing and painting per se, and they can go right into a drawing and painting class and really excel through our art program as well. So those are just two examples, but I'll be able to go in a lot more detail later on in the presentation. So we are a semester school, so we have a fall semester and a spring semester. Well, students will take about 4 classes each semester. So if you look at this kind of example of a 9th grader and an 11th grader, you can see that they're taking some of the core classes like math, English, science, but then there's always a block that's saved for an elective spot that you can choose between any of the 220 courses that we offer. And that really helps them to kind of plan their future as well. So what they're going to try to do later on when they go to college, but they can really specialize and take those electives that they want to pursue. And then in the second semester, they're taking 4 new classes. So it's almost like starting a whole new school year over again. We do accept some students for the spring semester. So some students are actually starting their year with us right there in the spring semester, but they're taking all new classes. So it's not strange for somebody to join halfway through because everyone is almost starting a whole new schedule right when new students arrive in the spring semester. This is what a normal weekday kind of looks like. So waking up at 6:30, going to breakfast. One of the confusing things is what we call chapel. It's how we start every single school day, but it has nothing to do with religion at all. So it's kind of strange that we call it chapel, but it's basically, you can see a picture there in the top right-hand corner, but the whole school comes together. You listen to the headmaster talk. She's a very motivational speaker. We just got a new headmaster who is a graduate of Harvard. And she's been wonderful since she's been here on campus, really changing a lot of things, going through a lot of, and enhancing the things that really make us special on campus. She has done amazing work since she's been with us, and we're excited for years to come with her as our headmaster. But as of now, because of COVID, so we don't have this large grouping of students anymore. It's all virtual in their advisories. So we still kind of enhance this, what we call chapel in the morning, to really help our community there, to really group people together. But it's a little bit different as COVID goes on, and hopefully later on in the, by next year or whenever we're out of this pandemic, we'll be able to go back to the normal chapel. After chapel, that's when classes begin. So 8:25 to 3:10, that's when students are going to those 4 academic classes as well as the study hall period during the school day. After the school day is what we call conference period. And this is a time of day that's really special for us. They protect it that all of the faculty or staff members remain in their classrooms or in their offices to be made available for students to ask one-on-one questions with them. So they always get that one-on-one time with their teachers. If they didn't understand something they learned that day, or they had some trouble with their homework and wanted some extra help, there's always that time at the end of the day that they can rely on to have that one-on-one time with their teachers. After that is when sports and activities begin. So that's, we'll go a little bit more into the sports program and the academic, or the activities period after the academics. Oh, sorry, move the slide on you. And then that's when dinner happens. So I know dinner is a little early at 5:30, but they can go, they can pick the time when they go there and have their dinner between that 5:30 time to about 7:30. And that's also their free time as well. So because we had, like I was talking about in the beginning, that great relationship with the town, during their free time, they can leave campus, go into the town if they want to. They can grab dinner down there or go to a movie, something like that during their free time. Then they have to be back at their dorms at 7:30 for evening study hall. So we're really working on their homework in the afternoon. And then they have another hour of free time from 9 to 10 o'clock where they can't leave campus, but they can use that time to kind of hang out with their friends, experience going to the gym. A lot of the students go to work out during that time as well. And then they have to be back at their dorms at 10 o'clock, lights out, or back in their dorm rooms by 10:45, kind of winding down for the night. And this is just the weekday schedule. So on Saturday and Sunday, there's no academic requirements or anything like that. So it's basically free time for them to do what they want to do. We have a lot of activities that happen on campus and off campus that they can go to on the weekends as well. But these are kind of the things that really enhance us and makes us special compared to other programs that are offered from other schools. We do have an AP Capstone Diploma program, which kind of enhances and gives you a competitive advantage when you apply to colleges and university after your time with us. So we do offer over 30 different AP courses. So this takes in consideration all the AP courses that you take, and there's a huge research project that you take in the AP format during your senior year. And this gives us kind of an extra diploma on top of the high school diploma with us that a lot of schools look favorably on. Once you apply, we have a lot of students going to Ivy League schools. We've had going to, I personally went to University of Notre Dame. So a lot of like really premier schools are kind of looking highly on the students who apply and graduate with this extra diploma program. We also have a biomedical and health certificate program, which really enhances your capabilities of any student who wants to go into the medical field. So they really take a lot of specialty courses like anatomy and physiology, AP bio, forensics. So a lot of different specialty courses you normally wouldn't have the opportunity to take until you got to college. And then there's also a huge shadowing program within this certificate that you actually go out and shadow doctors in the field to really get a lot of experience that way as well. We have a huge culinary arts program. Many of our students go on to culinary arts and become chefs after their time with us. And we actually have a functioning restaurant that the students run that's off campus. So people from the town go there as an actual restaurant. So they get a lot of experience during that program, being able to work in an actual functioning restaurant while they're here. We have fashion design, filmmaking, post-calculus mathematics program, and getting a lot of awards in our mathematics for the competitions that we go to as well. Engineering and first robotics programs, what we call our field semester, and especially a lot of travel opportunities too. We are partnered with a school on Jeju Island called St Jonhsbury Academy, Jeju Island. So it's a sister school for us, and we do exchange programs with that school as well. So the same academic classes you would take here on our campus, you can take over there in Korea as well. So it's a great relationship that we've had with our sister school right there on Jeju Island. These are just some pictures of our career and technical programs, so learning how to weld, woodworking, forestry. So we do offer 4 levels of ESL, which accommodates a large variety of English-speaking ability before you get there on campus. So even if you think your English is too low to go to boarding school, we can usually accommodate you at our campus. And this really expedites your English learning because you can jump through the different levels while you're here, and then even graduate and go right into an English class with native English speakers, which is an amazing opportunity for the students who come into our school. We actually, a couple years back, we had a Japanese student come to us, and he knew very little English when he first got here on campus in the fall, and by the end of the second semester in the spring, he was almost fluent. So it's a very great program. And even if you think your English is too low, we can definitely accommodate you at our school. Outside of the English program, we do offer 4 different languages as well: French, Spanish, Latin, and Japanese. We're pretty close to Quebec, Canada as well. So there is a lot of French speakers in our area. So you get a lot of practice in French in particular too. So talking about our athletic program and our extracurriculars outside of the classroom, we really wanted to enhance your kind of programming so that you can really try anything you want to in the extracurriculars and what makes you happy and kind of relax. So we have plenty of athletics. We do compete in the Division I, which is the highest level of athletics within the United States. So we compete against the largest high schools in our area. We are pretty competitive in our sports as well. We constantly get state championship wins through this program, and it's split between 3 different seasons. So you can see here we have a fall, winter, and spring season. So you can do up to 3 different sports throughout the school year if you want to. But in one particular program, so talking about the fall, you can only pick 1 sport to do during that fall time. And then once winter happens, you can pick a new sport. Just because of the time requirements. So there's practices every day. You usually have meets or games on the weekends and during the week too. So it kind of conflicts with the time in that sense if you wanted to do more than 1. And these are just some pictures of our state championships win. Our most competitive is probably our running sports, so indoor track and field, outdoor track and field, and cross country. We constantly win awards in those fields. And then you can see 2 years ago, we did win about 6 different state championships, which was a huge record year for us, winning 6 in 1 year. We do have gymnastics as well in our own facility for that, skiing and snowboarding, and hockey. But outside of athletics, so if you didn't want to join a sport, we do offer over 40 different clubs and activities. And a lot of the times we pair this with some sort of kind of class that we offer as well. So for example, if you didn't have room for, say, fashion design in your schedule to take that as a class, you can always do it as a club or activity after school and still kind of learn the material. And this is just some pictures around our campus. This is our art center. So over 40 different fine and performing arts that you can choose from within this facility, ranging from 6 different art studios. So it's a very amazing and high level kind of art program that you can be a part of here at St Jonhsbury Academy. We have 2 levels of fashion design, so really taking it into the concept of making your own pieces. There's a huge fashion show at the end of the semester, so it's a big event on campus. A lot of the students go to it. It's a lot of fun. Dance studios, acting classes, and musical performances, musical classes. This is our library on campus, so 2 floors solely dedicated just for our library for the students. And a lot of the students go there to really work on their homework, kind of relax, especially in the wintertime. There's fireplaces in there, so it's particularly cozy. In the first floor, there is a student lounge, so you can kind of go and socialize with your friends. There's snacks available, juices, things like that. So if you wanted to refresh yourself during the school day. Fuller Hall is our main auditorium, so that's where we had chapel, like I talked about earlier in the presentation, but also our musical performances, guest speakers, things of that nature. This is our field house, so talking about all of our sports. This is where the basketball teams play. We do have multi-purpose indoor courts, so you can kind of turn into anything you want to, indoor soccer, volleyball, tennis, badminton. There's a weight room in there, cardio room, and we do have a pool on campus too with a swim team. So if you wanted to go, either just go swimming with your friends, that's totally open during times that there's a lifeguard on duty, so you can always go down there and kind of go for a swim if you want. 5 athletic fields, so ranging from a lot of different sports that we play outdoors. And talking about our campus community, it's a very spirited campus. Everyone is very proudful about being a part of the St. Johnsbury Academy community, and it really resonates with anything that happens on campus, whether it's the sports teams going on to a state championship win, our theater productions, our musical performances, the fashion show. Everyone's really there just to celebrate your friends and what they're passionate in. So there's just as many people going to the theater productions as there are going to the soccer games on campus. So it's more about celebrating who we are as people and then what you're passionate in as well. Severance Hall is our math facility, and that's where our resident life office is, and it's open door policies. Mr. Ryan is our director, and he always wants to hear from the students, so he's more than happy to hear about what's going on in your day, things that he can help with, things of that nature. Colby Hall is our main administrative building, but it's also where guidance is. And guidance, you're paired with a guidance officer who helps you with course selection, so choosing between all the 220 courses that we offer, but also keeping you on track for graduation and handling your college counseling and where you're going to go later on after you graduate with us. So they really have that one-on-one relationship with you, knowing what your goals are and where you want to go after you graduate with us and keeping you on track to accomplish those goals. We have a huge learning support section too, so being able to really get the extra help if you need it in any sort of class. So if you wanted extra help in your tutoring or if you're slipping in your grades, there's always somebody to step in and kind of help you out during that time. Streeter Hall is our main science facility, so that's where our first robotics team kind of has their own laboratory. This is also where the dining hall is too, so this is where students have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there on campus. And the Hilltoppers are off-campus restaurant that I said the culinary program runs in the town. So we do have a dress code. So for males, it's anything with a dress shirt, a tie, dress pants, and a belt. You can wear anything on your shoes, so like sneakers, boots, dress shoes, anything like that. For females, it's anything with a collar. So you can see like some of them are wearing polo shirts, a dress shirt, something of that nature. Going down, you can wear a skirt or a dress, dress pants, anything that's basically not jeans or leggings. And it's more about looking professional when you go to school. So we want to enhance that kind of, you're taking your academics very seriously and participating on a level playing field with all of your peers while you go to school. A lot of different activities. Obviously, we had to be a little bit more flexible because of COVID-19, but we have done a lot of things on campus for students to do, like fires. We have outdoor movie nights, so they're really projecting movies on our campus. having food trucks come in, a lot of different things that the students are kind of able to do on the weekends and during their free time. And of course, they're always able to go off campus, go into the town if they want to too, just because of how safe the environment is, both COVID related and anything else. So just as long as they're keeping the 6 feet apart and wearing a mask, they're able to leave campus and go into the town too. These are just some pictures of our dorms there on campus for our male and female. This is our male dorm. Every dorm has their own common center in the middle, so they can kind of hang out with their friends. All of our rooms are either doubles or singles, so you don't have to worry about triples or quads or anything like that on our campus. And these are just some of our female dorms as well. Notice they're a little bit more decorated than the male dorms are on campus. But this is what a normal sized room for 2 people kind of look like. So very spacious. You have a lot of room to kind of decorate and be your own there. You're more than welcome to bring in any sort of furniture or a mini fridge to store food and water as well. And like I was saying before, a lot of different activities, especially in the wintertime too. So we do live very close to a ski and snowboard mountain. So it's about a 10-minute drive away from campus. So students are able to go up there, even if they're not on the sports teams. We usually have a bus that goes up there